guys, so welcome to another video whereby I'll be analyzing Nasdaq and USDT, and I hope everyone is enjoying their festives. And to update you guys on that 500 special, it's about to end 1st of January, and then prices will increase to $200 lifetime once of payment. And the recommended broker is in the description below. You can just sign up with them and trade Nasdaq and USDT nicely with a broker that can give you 100% deposit on each and every deposit that you make. So I'm looking at Nasdaq on the daily chart. This is our daily bread, guys. You all know Nasdaq has been giving us good money all across the year. So we have this overall push to the downside. You can see that with many touches at the top of the structure. As you can see here, we have a touch here, we have a near miss, we have a touch here, we have a touch here. So initially we are pushing to the downside, and those touches that I was pointing out, those are our higher lows, guys. And then at the bottom we cater for the lower lows, as you can see, like this. And then most of the time you'll find me not using like this type of way of analyzing, just because I think it's making my charts dirty. So I just like to focus on this areas here. And then remember, last time when we were analyzing Nasdaq, I was looking at this area here for us to continue to the downside. I was looking at this as an overall push to the downside, corrective move, push to the downside to give us a third touch or fail the 90% rule around here. And then all in all, you have this first touch, second touch, and then third touch, and that's a pattern completion. So we are still looking for those cells, and I can just illustrate with a pattern around this point here. As you can see, like this, clean charts, guys, as always, clean charts as always. So as you can see here, we can push to a 4-hour chart. So on the 4-hour chart, what I'll do is that I'll just remove like a few lines, just cater for this area here, just because this is my 90%, and then cater for the overall pattern. And then as you can see here, we also have a clear push to the downside. As you can see, it's pushing to the downside very nicely structurally, and then there's no need to get into it that much. And then on the hour chart, this is where you'll see me doing my forecasting and all of that stuff. So currently I'm expecting a larger flag at this point here, and then already, guys, there is no much momentum in the markets at the moment, but like these videos that I post are just for learning purposes. You will get to learn a few things about how I trade. So this is the thought process that I currently have at the moment. And then previously I had like some type of a filter on the M15. You'll see it on the M15. I had some type of a filter so that we can filter out like this expanding that we have here, just because as I always say, guys, the market does not need to do anything to impress me. I just have to follow where it's going. So I was expecting the market to reach like this double top area to initially push to the downside, so that did not happen. And then what I'm doing now is that I'm reading in between the lines and making sure that I'm going with the market, I'm flowing with the market. So this is what we currently have. And then back to the hour chart, this is what's happening at the moment. So what I'm expecting is the market to clearly push back to the upside in this point here, and then a clear double bottom, and then we push back to the upside just to initially complete this overall pattern. That's when we can clearly drop up until the 90% rule. So that's initially the first trade that I'm expecting. Then a sell around here, and then my first take profit would be at the lows, and then the second take profit would be at the 90% rule for 9%, for 9 plus minus 9%. And then another scenario that I have is if we clear this low here, if we clearly impulsively clear this low, then we get a tight flag in this point here, then I would likely take that tight flag for us to get like those nice sells. So let's look at USDT. So on USDT, I'll start on the daily chart. So on the daily, let me just remove everything, just because I've been analyzing as I've been doing my things. I'm always on my charts, guys. So on USDT we have this nice descending channel, of which it was broken, and as I always say, it was broken correctively, guys. The nature of the market tells us too much, guys. Tells us too much in the markets. So as you can see, it broke very correctively, and then that corrective move was not sustainable for the market to reach like the overall 90% rule, of which is at that point there. So that is why I'm still looking for those selling opportunities. I don't know, up until maybe this point, of which is the 90% rule, then we can have like a clear push to the downside. And then if you look at the previous movement, you'll see that we had an impulse. This could be the larger corrective move to initially push back to the upside. So we are just going to gain like that momentum. So these are the setups that we are expecting currently, the VIP group. So this is the double top area. As you can see here, this is the mass psychology activation at this point here, of which it looks very nice. And then let's switch to a 4-hour chart, and then if you don't see anything clear in the markets, maybe on a higher time frame, just switch to a lower time frame so that you can just understand like what's happening. You don't need to force things, guys, most of the time. That's what I'm trying to emphasize, like on that note. And then we had like this corrective move, as you can see, but what I'll do is that I'll just focus like on the current market structure, current most touches, of which the these ones here. And what I'll do is that I'll just do this so that I can have like my 3 touches at the top. As you can see here, we have this nice first touch here, second touch here, in a form of an override, as you can see, and then we had that 1 hour retracement here, and then we had the first tight flag on the hour chart. So you'll see that on the hour chart. And then what I'll do is that I'll just remove this area here so that you can get to see what's happening here. So this is what we have currently, and then I'll cater for the 90% and the overall low, of which is here, the double bottom here. This is a high value area, so this is what we currently have. And then what I like to do is that I don't want to focus like at this point here trying to impress everyone that I can draw patterns and all of that stuff. So I'll just leave this one and then focus on this area here. I hope I'm making sense, guys. Now, not trying to show you that I'm good at analyzing and all of that stuff. So on the hour chart, this is where we analyze, guys. So the same scenario that we have on Nasdaq, guys. Now, the same scenario that we have on Nasdaq, a larger flag that is trying to form up at this point here. So as you can see, a larger flag is trying to form up, and then this is the high point that we have that we can make reference of. And then we have this first touch at this point here, and then we have the second touch at this point, and I'm expecting the third touch in this area here. So what I'm expecting on this larger flag here is for the market to give us like a ascending channel in this point here, and then moving all the way up to that ascending channel. You can clearly see that we are going to complete that touch for us to get like those selling opportunities in this point here. So this is what I'm currently expecting at the moment on US30, and then I'll sell here, market execution, or you can just wait for that 1 hour retracement candle and maybe put it below structure, and then your first take profit on the third touch, second take profit on the 90% rule. Remember, guys, on the higher time frame, I said that this can be that overall push to the upside. This could be the larger corrective move to clearly hit the 90% rule. So that's how I'm taking USDT at the moment. That's how I'm looking at USDT at the moment. And then there's nothing more to it. We're just going to wait and see what happens. Then this is the tight flag that I was talking about. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get